Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the New Generation Pacemaker Kickoff meeting. My name is Chen. It's my glad to be here to be the host of today's meeting. First of all, let me introduce the basic overview of this meeting. We will discuss the list of the stakeholders of this project, and next we will go over the pacemaker industrial overview, and next one is the generation pacemaker introduction, and the management process will be applied for this project, and the project timelines. After that, we will have the Q&A and the discussion section to allow you to ask any questions you have. The first of all is the stakeholders of this project. And the lead of this project is our CEO, Mr. Eric White, and next with him is Jack Thomas, our CFO, and the main contact of this whole project is Susan Williams. He served as the VP of the product development, and the project manager of this project is Tom Lee. And after him, we have the 5 R&D department involved. The director of hardware development, Mr. Steve Black. The director of the system development, Susan Chu. Director of the mechanical development, Ben Ken. The software development director, Justin Zhang. Director of the development quality, Dongjun Lu. And the pacemaker industrial view. As we all know, the traditional pacemaker combined with 2 major items, the pacemaker leads and the pacemaker generator. And they will generate the electrical signals, help the hearts to pacing, and change the heart's rhythm and to prevent any heart failure issues for the patient. This technology already developed like the decades and survived a lot of the patients from the heart failure problem. And for currently, the pacemaker industrial whole market value is over than $10 billion, and the industry is completely increasing, and close to the half of them are related to pacemaker. And according to the report from the Grandview Research Inc., the market will goes to the double in the 2025. The pacemaker market will close to the 10.3, even larger than the current cardiac rhythm measurement devices home market. For right now, typically the pacemaker price range is $10,000 to $3,000, and our target is to have the much more cheap products to helping the low-income families, patients to have the right way to enjoy the better life using our products to solve their heart failure issues. And for right now, we are the top 3 lead players of the industry. The major competitors is from the Medtronic and the Boston Scientific Corporation. And after that, we also have the several small competitors, most of them from Europe or the North American. But we're holding around 20% market share of the cardiac rhythm management devices market. And according to the recent years report, the market share occupation of our companies is continuous stable increasing. That's the good news for us, and so that's why we want to continue to working on the development and research, and to promote some actual innovations devices to our patients to solving the problem. That was the major goal of our new generation pacemaker innovation ideas come from. And the next, I want to talk about the next generation pacemaker. We typically name it as the leadless pacemaker. As you can see, it's quite different size and shape with the traditional pacemaker. It's much more smaller compared to like the quad cones. It's just similar size and different with the private surgery method. It no longer needs to cut a pocket in front of the patient's chest. They will deliver and implant right into the heart's ventricle or atrial, and to helping the patient. For this pacemaker, the new generation pacemaker will have the following advantage. They no longer have the connecting leads. They no longer request large like the generator for the pacemaker, so we no longer need the surgical pocket on the patient's chest. So you don't worry about the surgical scars anymore, and because they don't have the large size implantable generator, so they already no longer needs the limitation of the body activity of the implant, and so because there's no lead, so this new generation leadless pacemaker will have no infractions, and because of the size of the devices, they will have much more complications after surgery. And for this new generation pacemaker's project management process, we want to use a hybrid project management method. It looks like they're quite familiar with the traditional waterfall method. We are going to the 7 different stages, but for each stage, we will always hearing from the patients, from the clinical side, from the case stakeholders' feedback, and try to improving and continue changing based on their requirement to deliver the final result. It's quite mixed with the waterfall and agent method together. And this is the basic timelines for our project. We divided 5 different period time and stage, and the overall timing is over several years. The first half year, 6 months, is a design prototype. This is the core related teams are system teams, hardware team, mechanical team, and software team. The target of this period is want to deliver is the prototype of the final design. And after that, we will go into the 9 months design characterization, and this involves the hardware team, the mechanical team, and software team. Those teams will to check all the performance and actually matching what we design. And after that, we'll get into the official design verification stage. They also need to like the hardware team, mechanical and software involved. This will experience 1 year. This will try to finalize and lock down all the performance of the final devices design. After that, we will get into the official validation of the design period time. That's 9 months. It's quite tight compared to the traditional pacemaker development schedule. The lead by the quality team and the system team. The target of this period of time to deliver is the results matching all the ISO standard and EN standards, and to helping the next stage to get approved. And the last stage is quite important for our company. It's 18 months. It requires all the teams involved, no matter the management teams, quality teams, all the R&D teams. We will need to whip up all the design and verifications data together for FDA review. We're hoping after that we can get the FDA approved right away. That means we will have the new generation pacemaker market into the market. Okay, this is the Q&A. If you have any questions want to discuss, please feel free to ask right now. And if you have any question later, please contact me with the following email and number. Thank you.